Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Jessa Brigodelda. You have already probably seen me in my past videos. The composition of White Jasmine book of poetry. At the moment, I'm going to rehearse verse 27, and before I go on to my rehearsal, I would like to say my acknowledgements. I would like to honor, acknowledge, and thank all you team members of UHL for helping me and supporting me in hopefully the completion of White Jasmine. In the future. And secondly, I would like to honor and acknowledge the Australian government for the privilege that they have given me, and I chose it to be a music lifestyle and writing poetry and notating poetry. And then thirdly, I would like to honor and acknowledge the British government for the ownership of the English language. Lastly but not least, I would like to honor and acknowledge the British royal family for the ownership of the art of making poetry. So the key points to my rehearsal today for verse 27 is no transition, because I have written and notated verse 27. I feel my voice is warmed up already, but I take you through how I also warmed up. I check out my past video on how I warm up my voice. And I will say out loud my poetry, the words of my poetry, of my verse. So it goes like this. Verse 27, where the base is loyalty, love, and patriotism. And it goes like this. Excuse me. When the night and day pours rain unto us, giving up was not an option. It was love that survives difficulties now and then. To think twice of leaving, it situated us into something stronger, too imminent to even persuade. Destruction of love. Belittle our souls may felt at the time, it was not enough for us to give up. Even when sadness strikes, loneliness strides into our lives, encompass darkness where all we see is each other, emphasizing love for one another. I have notated each words, and now I'm going to rehearse. So no transitioning, guys. For example, when is E6, the is C5. How I transition from E6. Because there's three ways to achieve. This is my own experience, guys. I'm actually not professional at singing. I can't sing, which I have mentioned in my past video. I'm not professional at this. My passion is writing poetry, and I also love singing. So, and also when I like something, I tend to put all my time and effort to it. also with there's three ways to achieve note transitioning. There's the cry, there's the sigh, and there's the mix of both, which I have mentioned in my past video. But to achieve it in a crying effect, it goes when the. In a sighful effect, it goes when the. In a mix, it goes when the. I don't know, guys, if you can see the difference, but I am able to see the difference. So, for example, if I want to go night, so night is A4, and then day is C3. So I would go night. So if I sigh it sounds like this. Night and day. If I cry it, night and day. If I mix it, night and day. There is the intonation, almost like a connector note, but I didn't mention that in my past video. The connector notes. I call it, with my not very good experience, night, I call it intonation, guys. So it goes night and day. See how it's different? It's different. The mix, there is the cry and there is the but I don't want to do mix and I don't want to do sigh, to be honest, guys, because I want to achieve Beowulf style and it doesn't. I know, guys, I'm not trying to judge others. It's just my own preference. I like to cry my notes instead of mixing the effect of cry and sigh. I like it the way it is because it's you probably see all my mistakes of my verse 26. So when the night and day pours rain unto us, it goes when. So I'm going to cry now. So it goes when the night and day pours rain unto us. And that's how I like it. I'm also working on my breathiness, on singing, and I'm struggling on how not to be breathy, because I also noticed that if I'm breathy, I can't reach the notes that I like, that I want. So for example, if I'm breathy, the differences between breathy and having the closed nasality, guys, is like this. So if I go from G2, so onto, and then for E7, it goes like this, guys. If it's breathy, I don't think I can actually reach it, but I'm very breathy on the word see. So it goes onto G2. I'll just double check G2. Onto us. So that's not breathy. But if I go onto us, it's more difficult. So having a closed nasality, guys, it helps. With my own experience, it helps reaching high notes, having a closed nasality. And then the next thing I'd like to say is that when I am trying to get comfortable with a note, I always try to reach the one above it. So, for example, I want to get comfortable with A6. I always go for or warm up my voice to try and reach A7, A7 and A8, kind of thing. So, for example, I want to reach A5. So, the reason why I do it that way, guys, I warm up my voice, moving upward to the octave, because it makes me feel comfortable, my voice, and I crack less on vowel placement. I crack this is my own experience, guys. In singing, I tend to crack my voice when I sing vowels. If I'm not comfortable with, for example, A5, let's say. See, that was breathy. The first one was breathy. The second one was close nasality. So it goes breathy, close nasality. I hope, guys, you can see the difference, because so for example, see, I put on the last one was a mix of sigh and cry, because there is an intonation. I forgot to mention about intonation on my past video. So that intonation, guys, I feel that my own opinion is that when singing, my own opinion only, guys, when the words notated, let's say for example into, for A2, into, that was breathy, but I'm going to sing it into. I feel as singers, or for all of us, guys, I'd like you to associate with my opinion as well, is that we should just get there instead of working our way to go to reach the note. I feel as a singer, my own opinion is that we should just get there, instead of beginning from this point and then to get to that point. It's also a skill I'm trying to work on myself, is how to just get there, instead of for example, because I'm comfortable with A2, so A2, into, instead of going into, you know what I mean? I know. I'm letting you in on how I rehearse. So and that's what I like as an individual. I like to just get there. I mean, like, be there, just be there. And if there is a connector note, I like sing the connector note, but yeah. So the second line goes like this: giving up was not an option. So there is a lot of two vowels here that I need to place on up and option. So I have to be really careful. So on the second line, I have to warm up my voice for A5. I'll know for A3, and then I'll warm up my voice for A4, so I can get comfortable with A3, because I need the vowel place for the word up. And that's what I do, guys. And these discoveries that I have learned for myself really helps me to be more productive in making verses, and singing my verses. So yeah, I hope I have also helped. I have also helped others, and I also like to advocate to the whole world that writing poetry is a really good culture, and this is my passion, and I like to share it with everyone. So yeah, to recap, I'd like to. I would sing the second line. So I would sing the first line now. I would say, when the night and day. See, I put a pause in between. My original rehearsal, I didn't put a pause. I mean, the way I like it in the original rehearsal. I sang this one last night a cappella before I went to sleep. So yeah. To recap, note transitioning, we can achieve it either through a cry, a sigh, and a mix of cipher cry. So I'm going to sing the first line, and then having to cry, the crying effect of notating, transitioning of notation, and it goes like this. When the night and day pours rain unto us. Yeah, so that's my first line. I hope I've also help others, and I also hope that I have convinced others to also write poetry. It's a really fancy culture, guys. I really love it. Thank you very much. Bye.